Of a historic rivalry. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at A&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's Conner on the left side. 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Jackson on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson now. He hits Stewart in the flat.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. A dump off here to Stewart. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season, and the Ravens draw a bit closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The throw over the middle taken in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
45.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And some room to roam now. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Noah Fant. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. to throw here. This will be caught by Brown.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's taken in by Stewart. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 36, Jackson forced out to his left.
Connection made with Chenault.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10, 47.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Careless with a football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Hey, Charles, you give me a water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
from the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson steps away to his left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. LaVisca Chenault, 29 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead's down to 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10 is Connor, able to power through, and he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially both.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. And in for the Steelers. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant from 6 yards away. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hey, report. Report.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on second down. Jackson being chased out left.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
His second touchdown on the season.
and the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Tucker now to add the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's counter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
To try again after the sack. Jackson forced out to his left.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing is Jackson.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy honestly, Lee, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. An option handoff given to Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On third down, it's Connor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because Vic.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up